welcome to the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, Oscar Verdugo Barajas.
To the ring of Oscar Barajas from Mexico.
A pretty impressive record for the guy they call the Executioner. 11 wins, 5 of them via KO. Both his losses also by knockout as well. He's coming off of a TKO loss in December in Montreal. So Tibor, what about that? You know, literally just 2 months ago, you get knocked out for just, you know, the second loss of your career, and you're right back at it right away. Is that something you would rather do? Obviously, if you're not injured, you'd rather get back at it right away, or do you need, you know, an extra month or two to kind of, you know, make sure that you're prepared mentally to get back in there?
Tough question for me. You know, I've never been knocked out.
I don't want to jinx you.
But I like to think I would want to get back in there right away and just, you know, I mean, as long as you didn't get too totally hurt prior to that.
I guess what Michelle's asking, and correct me if I'm wrong, Michelle, but what Michelle's asking is, would you rather be an active fighter who fights many times in a year? And I don't mean every month, but, you know, maybe a half dozen times or 4 times in a year, rather than a guy that's twice a year.
Oh no, you definitely want to be busy in this sport. You know, once in a while, it's not good enough. You know, you want to be very, very active. Every other month, every couple of months is good. Is good.
Well, and that's the perfect segue, because Oscar has had 6 fights in 2015. 6 fights.
Wow.
So literally, he went April, twice in May, once in June, once in October, once in December. So that's a lot of fights in a very short period of time. From April on, you had 6 fights in 8 months.
But you know what? The only thing I think most fighters would say is, if I'm not hurt, and I'm not hurt badly from a fight, and I don't mean just a broken bone or a finger or anything like that. I'm talking about bad cuts. I'm talking about, you know, taking some heavy hits. If you're not in that position right there, it's very hard to take time off. Let's go back to the ring.
And now let's welcome to the ring his opponent, fighting tonight out of the red corner, Mohammad Abedeen.
So it's Mohammad Abedeen coming into the ring.
I know him as Mo.
Mo, yes.
I've never called him Mohammed, ever. I've known him for a very long time, so I'm going to just state the bias right now.
If you know him as Mo, you call him Mo.
Just state the bias right out there.
I wouldn't expect you would know too much about the Mexican fighter.
No, especially it being his first fight out of Mexico. So that's another adjustment he's got to make, right? Oscar, it's his first fight out of Mexico, first fight against a fighter other than a Mexican fighter. So he's fighting someone from Canada, he's fighting in a different country. A lot to adjust to. Wow.
Hey, he looked like he was in good shape at the weigh-in, so...
yeah, it sure did.
Yeah.
The one thing we've always seen from Mexican fighters, in particular Latino fighters, is that they leave it all in the ring. They are never disappointing in their style.
Yeah, very courageous fighters.
3-0-1. Abedeen comes into the ring. He's from Brampton, Ontario, just up the road here from the Hershey Center. Well, a true hometown fight for him.
Yeah, and he's all around the GTA as well, and you know, he trains at stockyards. He also trains, I know, for his fitness levels and everything like that. He trains out of Radix Performance Center, which is out in Oakville. So, I mean, he's all over the GTA, and this is a big fight for him to be here at the Hershey Center, Mississauga, so close to home.
And good to have Richard Sousa in his corner as well. There's a veteran guy.
Good guy. I love Richard.
Ladies and gentlemen, championship boxing continues with 6 rounds scheduled in the lightweight division. Esta pelea 6 asaltos en peso ligero. Presented by, presentado por United Boxing Promotions, along with their sponsors, Cambridge Hyundai, Dixie Hyundai, Choice Hotels, Phillips Moving, Corona, and the Tilted Kilt Mississauga. The judges are, los jueces son Alan Davis, Harry Davis, and Raymond Rutter. Our referee in charge is Floyd Porter. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He's wearing silver with black and weighed in at 133 3/4 pounds. En la esquina azul, vestido de plateado con negro, su peso es 133 libras y 3/4. His professional record, 11 wins, 2 defeats, with 5 of his 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Su récord, 11 victorias, 2 derrotas con 5 victorias por la vía del knockout. De Zamora, Michoacán, México, presentando Oscar Verdugo Barajas. His opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing white with gold and weighed in at 134.5 pounds. En la esquina roja, vestido de blanco con dorado, su peso es 134 libras y media. Undefeated, he has 3 wins, 1 draw. 1 of those 3 wins comes by way of knockout. Su récord, 3 victorias, 0 derrotas, 1 empate con una victoria por la vía del knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from Brampton, Ontario, Canada, here is Mohammad Abedeen.
The ring is Barajas from Mexico in the black trunks trimmed in white.
I expect you to obey those instructions. Belt line's good here. That's a little bit low. Touch gloves, come on with the belt.
Floyd Porter, the 3rd man in the ring for this fight, our 2nd fight of the evening. Barajas goes down low to the body. Abedeen comes right back with a quick left hook. Aberdeen's going to have to catch up with Barajas, and he seems to be playing that moving target very well so far.
Barajas is he's stepping to his right. He's a southpaw. He's trying to get that right foot on the outside, looks like, and line up that left hand.
You can hear Aberdeen's corner saying, hey, Mo, hit to the body, get to the body. Good uppercut.
Now in training for a southpaw, how hard is it to find a lot of very good southpaws to kind of spar against in order to prepare yourself for something like this?
They're around. You're right. They're not the most common southpaws, but they're out there.
One of the predominant things going on in boxing right now, too, is seeing guys that can flip from left to right-handed.
Yeah, guys like, popular guys. Marvin Hagler was famous for it.
Absolutely. Barajas. This is on the uppercut, just over top, on the right, straight right. Quick left, missing from Abedeen. Abedeen, great job with the jab to keep him back. Barajas connects with the straight right and goes down to the body. There's a big left coming from Barajas. Aberdeen stays on his feet. Barajas connects with a right. A straight left again. To the body he goes. Barajas. He's got Aberdeen hurt. Aberdeen trying to hold on for life right now with 40 seconds left in the first round.
Great combinations. Looked like he was kind of saving those shots. And he picked them really nice, too.
Barajas, too, is with a lot more experience as well. 7 more fights than Abedeen. So, that experience is coming through as well.
Abedeen chasing Barajas around the ring. Barajas throws the left. Pushing Aberdeen back. Aberdeen with the quick right over the top. 10 seconds left here in the first round. Scheduled 4-rounder.
Good
First round in the books for Abedeen. Barajas.
And one thing you're not used to seeing from boxers is them get visually upset. And you saw Abedeen get visually upset after, he got getting tagged a few times in that flurry by Baraja. And we're going to take a look at it right now, too. It's almost
There's
as
the
if...
uppercut, and then the big
Good hook.
Yeah, that was a real good hook, and he connects with a left hook a little bit later on as well that did some damage. Now, you got to ask you guys, a couple of times I saw Mo looking over to his corner. How much does he actually hear from the corner during the match?
Yeah, you can hear lots if you're trying to hear, if you're listening for it, I don't see the point.
Is it distracting?
No.
For a young fighter like this?
No, I don't think so.
I will say, if he's on the opposite corner and pressing, it is harder to hear.
See Barajas focused on the shoulders of Abedeen. No Aberdeen wearing the white trunks trimmed in gold, just up the road from Brampton, Ontario.
Baraja is a very interesting fighter because he's letting Mo dictate, ringmanship.
And the pace.
But yet he's landing these massive shots.
He's taking his time. He's taking a good look.
It's almost like he's strictly counterpunching.
He's picking his shots, and I like what he's doing, actually. I think he's very in tune of what's going on. He's making a miss. His defense is pretty good. He's letting shots go. He's just being cautious about what shots he throws. Mo's giving him a lot of pressure.
He's going to have to fight his way out of the corner, and he does, throwing that right hook to the body and
Good
then
body
bouncing
shot.
back to the middle of the ring.
Good left hand body there.
Looking for the quick uppercut, almost connected with Aberdeen on that one. There's a nice right to the ribs.
Swept him with the right hook there. Aberdeen. He's putting on the pressure. I like how he's kind of faking now. He's not just running in there, he's throwing some feints. He's giving up some room there.
It's almost as if he's starting to kind of see what's coming at him,
I
too.
think he was beating
better.
a little bit. He was pressing a little bit too hard.
Aberdeen with a good flurry in the corner.
Good body shot, good straight left. Baraja's doing a great job of boxing. Looking, taking his time, picking his shots.
With that being said, moving backwards all the time and defending also gets tiring.
Good uppercut.
Absolutely. Aberdeen looks like he's got a little more confidence under his belt here in the second round. Down to the final 10 seconds of the second round. Michelle, you hit the nail on the head when you said Abedeen is directing the pace. He's keeping ringmanship to himself. Good round for Mohammad Abedeen.
I also think, too, that he's becoming, maybe Baraja, when he's trying to get out of the corner, he's becoming more predictable. So Mo's starting to see his tendencies. The side, he's always leaning to his left. And
Barajas, he's not very busy. He's not throwing a lot.
right, when he's trying to get out of the corner, always leaning to the left side. He's coming out with the hook as well. So he's looking out and seeing what's.
We heard Richard Sousse in the corner talking about Mo needs to come back with more than a 1-2 combination. Round number 3 of the scheduled 4-rounder. Live on Rogers TV around Ontario and around the world on YouTube. Channel 369 if you're filling in here in Ontario.
So Sousse wants an uppercut and then to have him come over the top. So right uppercut, left hook.
Right hand over the top. There it is, yeah.
Once again, Abedeen is directing the pace. He's making sure that he's keeping Barajas to the outside. There's an uppercut, just missed. Barajas went over top, and Abedeen misses with the quick left hook.
Sousse's also telling him to sit down on his punches and to come with this couple straight, a jab and a straight right hand.
Oh, there's a big right coming from Barajas. He's got Abedeen struggling a little bit, backs up into the corner.
Aberdeen's hurt. That hook hurt him. He tried to grab onto him.
And this is where Barajas in the first round, took advantage of Aberdeen's inexperience. And you can see him shaking his head like he did in the first round, Michelle.
Great fight.
Barajas goes back to the body, backs up, just missing on the straight right, but catches him with the left. Is Abedeen. There's an uppercut. Oh, a right hand coming from Barajas.
Shook him.
And he did shake him. He hit him again. Barajas stays on his feet.
Oh, he's
takes
hurt.
the left. He's wobbled at the knees. Into the corner they go. Barajas over top with the right. Uppercut looking. And every time it seems Abedeen goes for that big right hook. He gets connected to the body and then the overhand right.
He's becoming too emotional in there.
He's still looking a little shaky.
He's got 15 seconds.
Just got to make it to the end of the third round. Barajas, you think, would be in attack mode in the final 10 seconds.
Oh, he's still a little shaky.
Saved by the bell.
So the third round is in the books.
You know, Barajas is doing a really good job at being patient. And sometimes when you're tracking a guy down and your guy's being so patient, he can surprise you with shots. And I know Mo got hit with a couple there that he didn't like. Big left hand and that right hand to the body. You see that? He would have never seen that if it landed. That would have hurt him.
But you see, that was a flurry of 5 or 6 punches in a row that found their mark dead on.
Good combination throwing from Barajas.
Like you said, he's picking his shots. So, when he is coming out and attacking, he's landing. landing, and then he's throwing in combination as well. It's not just the 1-2 and
I'll tell you something
stepping
I
back.
see too he's doing is he's throwing mixed power shots. You know what I mean? He'll throw very light shots, and then when he wants to wind up and he gets close, he knows he's going to land that shot, he sits on and he lets it rip. He's not wasting energy, you know what I mean?
No, absolutely. It looks like he's pushing the gas, but he hasn't put the pedal to the floor yet. Fourth round, you better make sure.
I was gonna say, yeah. Last round. You could hear his corner say, here's your chance right now. You got to believe that he's down on the scorecard 2 rounds to 1.
But if he wins this fourth round, it could be just a draw.
He needs this round for sure.
You can see he is being more patient as well. You know, as the one always pressing the fight, Tibor, how do you stay patient and not let that anxiousness take over?
Sorry. It's tough. That's tough. You know, I like to say, you know, take your time, use feints, see what the guy does. You know, don't just jump in there, and it could be very dangerous. So if you can remember to feint, I think it'll help remind you you're taking that extra look. The feints are big. I tell young fighters all the time, use your feints, take a look, see what he does.
Barajas knows he has to keep more active in this fourth round. As you see, he's not just trying to get away from the punches. He's very good at slipping the punches, but he's got to be able to connect on his own coming out of the corners.
He's good at coming over the top of that jab. He's landing that every time.
Good body work.
But again, only a 1-2. And you know, Richard Soucy saying in the corner, I need to see more combinations of 3-4.
Barajas, he's very elusive. He's got great defense.
He connected with that left.
That left hand is dangerous.
It's very sneaky left, isn't it?
He's noticed how he's stepping to his left there. He's kind of lining up that left hand. That's what he's looking for. Motion, watch out for the hook coming across too after the left hand. There's that hook.
Yeah, over the top of the jab every time.
Up, yeah.
Well, he's found a hole in the game of Mohammad Abedeen. He's going to take advantage of it until Mohammad Abedeen shows he can stop it. Final 10 seconds of the fourth and final round. I don't think that was about how many punches you threw in that round. I think it was about which ones connected the heaviest.
That was a tough one to score. That
Yeah.
last round was a tough one to score.
Very tough. So we move on to the fifth round between these two fighters, and it's been very close. Barajas with a trickle of blood coming out his nose, just wiping it away right now. Referee Floyd Porter in the middle of the ring, making sure these two fighters are well above board. Abedeen puts out that left jab. Harmless as it looks, he's got to be able to set up a few other punches with it. Good combination coming from Barajas. the top with the right once again. Aberdeen moves him back into the middle of the ring. Now pushes him over to the ropes. Barajas content to just roll to the outside. Good combination from Abedeen.
Good pressure.
Break. Stop. Box.
Sneaky left coming from Oscar Barajas.
He's so the pressure. I love it. He's fearless. But you're pressing a guy, and the guy's throwing. He's pretty good at throwing different combinations. He's got to have those hands up, especially coming forward.
Everything just seems to be coming over on top of his jab, right?
Yeah. His hands are just too low.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to get that left hand up in order to protect himself.
Right.
Not only that, when he's on the offensive, that you can see that left hand coming from so low to have to make it to head height.
Well, and I think too, Barajas was starting to see as well that uppercut always coming, right? That rear uppercut as well. There we go. That's mixing it up a bit more.
I think the feeling from Abedeen is that uppercut is to protect him from coming in low and coming up high with an over-the-top right. So 5th round in the books. I don't know about you guys, but in the 5th round now, after 5 rounds, I've got Barajas up 3 rounds to 2.
I have the same. I have Barajas win this fight.
I agree. I mean, it's so tough to gauge as well because, Abedeen's obviously, pushing the pace. He's got the ringmanship going, but the bigger, harder shots are being landed by Barajas.
Oh, clearly, and Aberdeen is clearly that he's hurt a few times.
That's a tough one to run into. Give Aberdeen all the credit in the world. He's been hit with some big shots, but keeps coming back.
Tough.
So it's definitely, fighters sometimes become or get themselves in a bit of a predicament because they do have to have their hands up and their guard up higher when they have been hit with a significant amount of shots, but then they become more tentative.
Yes. Oh, good right hand.
No, Aberdeen now being the more active fighter. Got to be able to match the hand speed of Oscar Barajas. Nice slip by Barajas. Keeps moving to his left. Aberdeen's got to be careful. He's had that left hand of his on the back of the neck of Barajas a couple of times in this round. Barajas with a glancing blow off the top of the head. Combination backs away, slipping the 2 jabs and the left hook from Abedeen. Barajas, couple of body shots, goes back up top. Abedeen missing with a wild left over the top. Barajas, both guys looking to go to the body late here in the 6th round. 1:10 left.
Barajas doing a great job of tagging that left every time, and it could be looping and it could be straight. He's doing both.
This final minute will prove to be a big difference for Abedeen. Can he win this round? Barajas doing a good job of getting away from those punches. Not even glancing blows, they're just missing over the top. And when he does hit, it's mostly a shoulder.
Yeah, great defense.
It looks good, but I don't know how much of it's going to score for Abedeen. He's very active in the ring, and that's something that's a real positive thing to take away from this. Barajas fades away with a quick hooking right. Just missed on the uppercut. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. There's a big body blow by Barajas. Catches him with the left hook. Both guys throwing toe-to-toe as the round comes to a close.
What an unbelievable
Great
ending
round.
to a fight. Yeah.
What a great ending to this fight. Abedeen and Barajas putting on a show here at the Hershey Center.
That's one thing that you love to see in any sport is the athletes leaving it out there. And that's exactly what these two did.
Yeah, great fight.
Watch the final action of this as both guys just stand in the center of the ring, throwing major hooks and major, major power. So I got this one sitting at 58-55 in favor of Barajas.
Yeah, 58-56. I got for Barajas also.
Yep, yeah, 58-56, sorry.
It's okay, Doug. You're not here for the math.
That's
No,
okay.
I didn't, wasn't my best subject in school.
Me neither.
I think it's safe to say we all skipped out on math as soon as it was time. A thoroughly entertaining fight to
Great
watch.
fight.
Yeah, all 6 rounds had some sort of drama in each and every round.
I think Mo Abedeen, with a little more experience, is going to have a great future in this fight game. More than willing combatant, he's able to put together a couple of punches. If he can start putting together lengthy combinations, that's going to be trouble for a lot of fighters.
And he could take a punch, clearly. He
Yeah.
could take a punch.
Tough.
For Oscar Barajas, one of the big things for Oscar Barajas is the fact that he was able to roll off some of those punches from Abedeen and connect with that overhand right. Michelle, we saw it every time Abedeen would throw that jab. It was over the top, and he was connecting with it.
Absolutely, and I mean, why do you fix what ain't broke, right?
Yeah.
He was landing it almost at will. He could land it either a short little hook, either an overhand, a big old overhand, or even a straight punch. He was landing it in all forms.
He was the tighter guy when they were close together. He was a little bit tighter, a little bit sharper. He had his eyes on him all the time, and he was landing those shots over the top.
One of the challenges that we're facing right now is all the referees and all the judges have not put all the scoring cards in yet. You see in the middle of the ring, we're just watching Thomas Stryber tallying up everything, making sure that they've got everything set to go. We'll know in just a minute as to who came out on top, but I think we're all in agreement that it was Barajas by a couple of points, outpointing the young Mo Abedeen.
Yes.
Here we go, set to go to the ring. Here's the ring announcer, Thomas Stryber.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, and we have a split decision. Judge Raymond Rutter scores it 58-57. Abedeen. El juez Raymond Rutter anotó 58-57. Abedeen. Judge John Wiley scores it 58-56. Barajas. El juez John Wiley anotó 58-56. And Judge Harry Davis scores it 58-56. El juez Harry Davis anotó 58-56. For your winner by split decision, para el ganador por decisión dividida, Mohammad Abedeen.
So obviously the judges choosing activity over connecting of punches as Mo Abedeen gets his big first win, taking out Oscar Barajas in 6 rounds, 58-56, a split decision here at the Hershey Center in Mississauga. Coming back with our third fight of the night. Stay with us.